A direct challenge to a 150-year-old constitutional right, Trump takes birthright citizenship to the Supreme Court. Will he succeed? US President Donald Trump has asked the Supreme Court to allow him to move forward with his plan to end birthright citizenship. His administration filed emergency appeals on Thursday, arguing that lower courts had overstepped by blocking his executive order. Trump's legal team wants the Supreme Court to scale back these nationwide injunctions, which have halted his policy across the country. Federal courts have ruled against Trump's order, calling it unconstitutional. A judge in January said that the executive order was blatantly unconstitutional. Another judge ruled that policy runs counter to our nation's 250-year history of citizenship by birthright. Trump's executive order was signed on the first day of his second term. Appeals courts have refused to pause the rulings that blocked it. So, what's the 14th Amendment argument? For over 150 years, courts have interpreted the 14th Amendment to guarantee citizenship to anyone born or naturalized in the United States of America, regardless of their parents' immigration status. But some conservatives argue that this interpretation is wrong. They claim the amendment's phrase, subject to the jurisdiction of the US, excludes children of undocumented immigrants. Trump's administration is now using this argument to push its case. Trump's appeal doesn't directly challenge the constitutionality of birthright citizenship. Instead, it asks the Supreme Court to limit nationwide injunctions which are preventing the order from being enforced. The Justice Department told the court that these injunctions are blocking a day one executive order from being forced nationwide. It argued that they affect hundreds of thousands of people who are not before the court nor identified by the court. As a backup plan, Trump's legal team asked for permission to issue guidance on how the policy would be implemented, even if the injunctions remain. What happens next? Well, the Supreme Court is expected to set a fast-track briefing schedule. Those challenging Trump's policy may have just days to respond. The court's decision could determine whether the executive order is enforced or struck down permanently. Will Trump succeed in reshaping US citizenship laws? Well, the Supreme Court showdown begins. For more updates on Trump and the United States of America, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.